Those who kill often know that taking a life is easy, but getting rid of the body is the real challenge. Dismembering is too messy, cremation smells too strong, so for most people, the easiest option is dumping the body in a lake, quick, simple, and low effort. A woman rows a boat to the middle of the lake, carrying a corpse. She hides beneath the water, waiting for the people setting off fireworks to leave, then climbs back onto her boat and sails away, unaware that the body will soon bring her endless trouble. After losing the love of her life, Kate lives alone on her secluded ranch in Echo Valley, a place as beautiful as a painting. Her only companions are two prized horses and the recorded voice of her late same-sex partner. The repairman tells Kate the stable roof is damaged and could collapse anytime. Replacing it entirely would cost around $9,000. Kate is stunned. She doesn't have that kind of money. After much hesitation, she decides to seek help from her ex-husband, Richard, a well-known lawyer. Since the ranch was once their shared property, Kate hopes he'll contribute to the repair costs. But Richard never wanted to keep the ranch. He advises Kate to sell it if she can't make it profitable. It's pointless to keep pouring money into a losing venture. Kate refuses to sell. Richard reluctantly hands her a check and warns her to keep an eye on their daughter, Claire. Last week she showed up at 3 a.m. banging on my door for money. You keep indulging her, it'll only make things worse. Feeling weighed down, Kate returns home. Her dog suddenly starts barking wildly, a sure sign that Claire has arrived. The dog always does that whenever her daughter shows up. Concerned, Kate asks, "Why haven't you been answering my calls? The new phone already broken." Claire shrugs it off, saying that last week she and her friends rented a beach house, and during a heated moment, her boyfriend Ryan threw her phone into the ocean, but she made him pay for it. Claire logs into her mom's tablet to check her messages and finds a flood of texts from Ryan. Before leaving him, she'd taken all his clothes and tossed them off Bridge Street 21 into the river, a perfect glimpse into her rebellious nature. Within minutes, Claire is begging for a new phone. Ignoring Richard's warning, Kate takes her daughter straight to the phone store. On the way, Claire keeps scratching her arm. Kate worries her daughter has relapsed, but Claire calmly insists she hasn't touched meth lately. Aside from those small tensions, they share some rare, warm moments together. But one night, loud banging echoes through the door. Claire opens it. Ryan is standing there. "Do you have any idea how much trouble I'm in because of you? I've got half a kilo of stuff in my bag. I told Jackie you stole it. Unless Claire gets that stash back, Jackie will come to the ranch, and things will get ugly." Kate, waiting in the living room, overhears the argument outside. Worried for her daughter, she steps out to ask what's going on. Without a word, Claire rushes off. She doesn't return until late at night, disheveled, exhausted, clearly under the influence. The next day, during a swim, Kate tries to ask about the night before, but Claire keeps dodging the topic. The two sit by the shore, each lost in their own thoughts. A young mother keeps asking her daughter to carry a bucket of toys back and forth 15 times. She can't help but ask Kate, is it easier when kids grow up? Kate can't bring herself to admit that parenting never gets easy. Kate has urged Claire to go back to school countless times. This time she suggests a creative writing class at the community college because Claire is good at storytelling. Claire refuses every time. That afternoon, the drug dealer Jackie finally shows up. "I tossed it by mistake. Sorry, I didn't know your stuff was in there, Jackie, I didn't." For a drug dealer, there are no limits to how far he'll go, even against a woman. Kate's dog barks fiercely when Jackie appears. Kate, listening to a recording, realizes her daughter has just been attacked. She yells and rushes out to intervene, warning Jackie she'll call the police if he doesn't leave. Jackie threatens them. "Your addict daughter has two choices, return my stash or pay up." Claire then admits she accidentally threw Jackie's stash away. Worse, that night Claire makes up with her addict boyfriend Ryan. Kate demands Ryan leave the ranch, but Claire says they'll camp for a few days and asks her mother for spending money. Kate knows Claire will buy drugs with the money. A fierce argument breaks out. Kate locks the door, leaves Claire crying outside, and bluntly says, "I don't have money, you've taken all the savings." Claire threatens loudly, if Mom doesn't hand over the check, she and Ryan will take the dog and dump it so it'll never find its way home. Kate opens the door to protect the dog, but Claire lunges, grabs her mother's hair, and slams her head into the wall. "Do you know everyone hates you except me?" Ryan can't stand it and steps in. Claire and Ryan leave, abandoning Kate heartbroken. The next day, Kate's friend Leslie visits and stays the night to help, a brief light in Kate's loneliness. Leslie leaves early the following day, and Kate's loneliness intensifies. She's left clinging to memories, but her quiet life is about to be shattered. At midnight, Claire returns soaked and trembling, telling her mother that Ryan is dead. After an argument at their campsite over the missing stash, Claire pushed Ryan. He fell down a slope and suffered a fatal head injury. Terrified, Kate considers calling the police, thinking it might have been an accident, but Claire changes her story, admitting she struck Ryan with a rock. She insists she didn't mean to kill him. Stunned and at a loss, Kate listens to Claire's account. It seems no one witnessed them at the campsite. Kate can't watch her daughter go to prison. The immediate priority, she decides, is getting rid of the body. She tells Claire to strip, put the clothes in a bag, and wait quietly in the bedroom for her mother. Under the pouring rain, Kate opens the car door to check. Ryan's body is tightly wrapped in a plastic tarp, clean and carefully handled. She lifts the body onto a small boat, ties a heavy rock to it, then loads both the boat and the corpse into her horse trailer before driving off the ranch. Halfway there, Kate stops, smashes Ryan's phone, and tosses it away before heading toward Marsh Creek Lake. She pulls the boat with the body into the water and swims toward the center of the lake. When everything is ready, Kate prepares to release the body. But a group of young people nearby are setting off fireworks. Startled, she slips into the water, then quickly resurfaces. Once they leave, Kate cautiously climbs back onto the boat. Back home, she meticulously cleans every trace inside the car, working until dawn before finally changing out of her soaked clothes and taking a hot shower. As the tension fades, her emotions collapse. Yet, when facing her daughter, Kate stays calm. She tells Claire, "It's done, but this might come back to haunt us." She instructs Claire to stick to a single story. They returned from camping together, argued in front of Kate, and Ryan left afterward. Claire doesn't understand why she needs to say Ryan came by. Kate explains that since Claire brought his phone home, the police would easily trace it back to this place. A few days later, Claire tells her mother that Jackie ambushed her outside a store, shoved a gun under her chin, and demanded to know where Ryan was. With no choice, Kate cashes the repair check and gives the money to Jackie to make him leave Claire alone. It's exhausting, Kate sighs. Having a daughter like this, for now, the chaos finally seems to settle down. Until one day, Kate returns home from work to find Claire missing again, unreachable. Memories of that night haunt her dreams, the cold lake water filling her nose and mouth, the suffocating fear still trapped somewhere inside her body. She recalls that Claire once logged into her tablet account, so she uses its locator and finds Claire's phone pinging from Lumber Street Park, 94 kilometers away. Kate rushes there, only to be stunned. Ryan is alive and living with Claire. They staged his death to escape Jackie. Kate catches up to Claire, demanding to know whose body that was. Ryan jumps out, shoves her to the ground, then speeds away. Back home, Kate checks the messages between Claire and Ryan. They had planned the fake death together. One message from Claire reads, "I can make her do anything I want." Heartbroken, Kate deletes the messages, then rents a boat and heads back to Marsh Creek Lake. But the vast lake, thick with weeds, makes searching for the body nearly impossible. Soon, the police arrive. The boat rental clerk feared Kate had drowned. Kate lies, saying she dropped her wedding ring into the lake and foolishly thought she could retrieve it. The officer believes her and even comforts her, saying, "Losing a wedding ring doesn't matter, your marriage still stands." Kate sees the police off, then dives back into the water to search for the body. She doesn't return to the ranch until nightfall. Unimaginable events keep piling up, deepening Kate's longing for Patty, the only person who loved her unconditionally and is now gone. Her daughter treats her like a joke. In despair, she contacts Leslie. The next morning Leslie arrives, learns the situation, and urges Kate to stay at her place in Wildvale for a few days to recuperate before dealing with everything. Kate temporarily moves in with Leslie. Being with a friend helps her forget her troubles for a while, but the calm doesn't last. At midnight, Kate gets a warning text. Checking her security camera, she sees Jackie standing outside the ranch gate. Jackie texts, "We need to talk." He says it's about the body Kate dumped in Marsh Creek and demands she be at the ranch the next afternoon. With no choice, Kate shows up. On schedule, Jackie appears and reveals the body's origin. Ryan mixed fentanyl into the drugs, and a young man overdosed and died. Jackie says Ryan and Claire panicked and begged him for help. He devised the fake death plan to help them escape. Claire counted on Kate's unconditional love to make her comply. He didn't expect Kate to fall for it completely, disposing of the body and paying off the debt. Now he's back to extort more money. Kate pleads she has no money, even living expenses are low. Jackie replies, "You own land in Chester, horses, a ranch, a big house, stop pretending you're broke." As Kate tries to leave, Jackie seizes her, knocks her to the floor, and injects 200 milligrams of a sedative into her neck. Dazed, Kate hallucinates Patty's face. Jackie takes her phone, laptop, and keys, imprisons her at the ranch, and gives her 2 days to come up with the money. Jackie flips through photos and asks where the woman in them is. Kate explains it's Patty, her partner, who died 3 years earlier in a riding accident. A farm tractor backfired, frightening the horse, and Patty fell and suffered a fatal neck injury. Kate had planned to teach riding theory to students, but Jackie ignores it and lounges on the sofa watching TV as if he owned the place. That evening, Claire texts an apology and tells her mother to forget her, to treat her as if she's dead. She sends the name of the corpse, Greg Kaminsky. Kate searches Greg Kaminsky on social media and finds he was very young, with many friends and a seemingly kind mother, a discovery that tortures her conscience. She remembers Claire saying a body will surface when it warms and bacteria in the stomach produce gas, so Kate looks up the depth of Marsh Creek Lake. Shortly after, Leslie calls to ask Kate what happened and why she left. Kate doesn't answer but instead asks if Leslie remembers old man Granderson, the one they talked about yesterday. Granderson once owned a beautiful ranch, but not long ago it burned down in a fire. Leslie explains he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and, not wanting to burden his children, set the stable on fire himself, faking an accident to claim insurance money. However, he didn't cover his tracks well enough, and the police found out. He lost both his ranch and the insurance payout. Kate desperately needs money and thinks maybe this is her only option. She asks Leslie, how did they find out Granderson set the fire? Though disapproving, Leslie explains, he used a flare to start the fire. Flare burns don't leave obvious traces, but since he had Alzheimer's, he accidentally dropped a piece of the flare, and that's how the police knew it was arson. Kate immediately tells Jackie about the idea. Her stable is insured for $100,000, and hay can self-ignite at 54 degrees Celsius. With a flare, no one would suspect a thing. Jackie only cares about the money. How long after the fire till I get paid? Kate explains the insurance claim would take at least 2 to 4 weeks. Jackie immediately refuses. By then I'll be halfway across the country. Kate suggests hiring him as a ranch worker and transferring the payout to him gradually to avoid suspicion. But Jackie's greed grows. Now he's eyeing the horse insurance too. Kate quickly explains, most of the horses belong to other owners, only 2 are mine. Jackie refuses to back down, forcing her to burn all the horses. With that, the stable and horse insurance combined would total $150,000. Just then, a client named Emma arrives. Jackie tells Kate to stay inside and goes out to tell Emma that Kate is sick and contagious. He introduces himself as the ranch's new employee. Emma says she just came to pick up a few saddles, rejects Jackie's offer to help with a frown, and leaves quickly after grabbing her things. All right, light it up, Jackie says coldly, but you take full responsibility. Whatever happens, it's on you. The next morning, the hay delivery truck arrives. Kate carefully checks everything and plans to ignite the fire between 2 and 3 a.m. when no one's around. By the time anyone notices, it'll be too late. Before dawn, Jackie prepares to leave but waits for Kate to start the fire. She lights the flare and sets the hay ablaze, while he drives off, satisfied. The flames spread rapidly through the barn. The horse's agonized screams nearly break Kate. Hours later, nothing remains but charred metal frames. When firefighters arrive, a black officer steps in holding evidence, a piece of metal tubing commonly used for flares, and says they suspect arson. Kate tells them someone lives in the room above the stable. The officer asks for his information. Kate replies, he's a ranch hand, Jackie Lawson. Around 10 p.m., last night his truck was still here. When I saw the fire this morning, I tried calling him, but the number was disconnected. The officer speaks gravely to Kate. We found a burned body inside the stable. Kate covers her mouth in shock. Was it Jackie? Is he dead? She gasps. The officer replies, the body is too badly burned. We'll need forensics to confirm the identity. For now, we need you to come to the station for questioning. The police move quickly and soon locate Jackie. He insists he doesn't know Kate and has never worked at her ranch. When questioned, Kate explains, he's a friend of my daughter, Claire. I heard he needed work, and I needed help with the horses, so I hired him. The officer asks, is there anyone who can confirm seeing Jackie at the ranch? Kate answers honestly, after my partner passed away, I stopped the riding lessons for a while, but a client named Emma saw Jackie when she came to pick up some saddles. I can give you her number. The officer notes it down and asks, do you recall anyone who usually came to see Jackie? Pretending to think, Kate says, someone named Greg, or Gret, I think, once came looking for him. The police show Jackie a photo of Greg, but he denies knowing him. However, the forensic report confirms the burned body is indeed Greg. Jackie still denies everything. The officer cuts him off. We have your bank records and a client statement proving you worked at the ranch. Jackie turns pale, he realizes he's been set up. Flashing back to the phone call with Leslie, Kate had already revealed her plan. She had found Greg's body in the lake and marked its location with a graffiti-covered rock. The night before the fire, Kate and Leslie retrieved Greg's body. After Kate started the blaze and Jackie left, she deliberately dropped the metal flare frame, then placed Greg's frozen body in the room above the stable. As the fire spread, Kate and Leslie released the horses, step by step leading Jackie straight into their perfect trap. Back in the present, Jackie tells his version to the police, omitting the blackmail, but they don't believe him. A gas station camera 2 kilometers away caught him buying flares. Moreover, a quick background check reveals Greg was a longtime addict, and Jackie was his supplier. No matter what he says now, he's trapped. After leaving the station, Kate finally breaks down in tears. Returning home, she stares at the charred remains of the stable, takes a deep breath, and begins rebuilding. The repairman tells her that if all goes well, the roof will be fixed before winter. Kate restarts her riding classes, slowly regaining her strength. Then one night, the dog's barking wakes her again. Claire stands at the door, eyes full of tears. Will Kate forgive her this time? The film ends on an open note, leaving the rest to our imagination. That's the full story of Echo Valley 2025. Thanks for watching, see you in the next recap.